Welcome back to Hollywood, everybody. We are back on our Hollywood Animals, stuff that dreams are made of playthrough, and things are going well as we are in July 1944. World War II has got about a year left to go, but things back home, we are doing very well, capitalizing on our spot in the limelights. We have At the Speed of Light ready to go into distribution. We've got the human comedy. We've got Dunwich Horror, which we're excited to see what that does as it comes out of post. Casablanca is almost set for release as well. 26 days away. Lusitania, our reimagining of Titanic. We've got Heat that's made $7 million already in profit. It's doing great. Mrs. Miniver, through its fourth week's doing really well, or through 3 weeks. Era of Action just went into release in 30,000 screens. And we've also got We're on the Mend over there in week 8. That has made a couple million as well. So things are going really well for us. Look at all these that we have going in there. Some B-rated movies, and then we, of course, have our star-studded classics as well. We've got a couple scripts going also. Everybody's busy at the moment, so we are... actually, Christopher Hill is not, but we're going to send him out there to research something and see if he can't bring us back another role because we are thin on some of those. And with the new factory setting, we are going to need to get ourselves going. We're going to have to try to meet these demands. We're trying. And then these are going to be some others with the fresh story elements. That's going to be a little tough. But we'll see how things go. But this is interesting. Is this like, I wonder if, is this filling up as we do it? That'd be cool if we don't have to get them all in order, but I don't know that we're that lucky. Okay, so let's kick this thing off and see where 1944 takes us. We could put 2 more into production because we could have 5 in pre-production at a time. I do have several scripts left that we want to try to get to, some requested by you all, and I've got about 6 more from 1944 that we want to do. All right, let's get this one at the tail end of Lusitania here. 32,000. You know what? Casablanca is going to go again, so let's go another. We'll do 35,000. No, this isn't going to be that big. Okay. Whoa, not that many. We should get a big movie sometime and just see what happens if we put it in 50,000. Just to see. Now it ramps up really quickly now. So we don't, young men. So this is our main mark. Women and young women. So we'll go with our usual 4 here. And let's not bother with a trick on this one. We don't need to do them every time. Now, let's check. Somebody asked if we looked at this, would it tell us the percentage breakdowns? It does not look like it does so on the genre. So we're just, everything that we've already made, we're just kind of guessing. Felix didn't find a new element. That's a shame. Oh, that's the producer's office. This is what I was looking for, the assembly line. Yeah, we don't know if Joe Klein's actually doing it or not, so it's going to be a mystery. But now that Felix is available, let's get him to work writing a script. And the script we are going to work on is going to be Double Indemnity. A movie I've heard of and am aware of, but I've never actually seen. But it was directed by Billy Wilder, starring Fred McMurray and Barbara Stanwyck. This is where we have a couple having an affair. They plot to murder. There's the husband to get double insurance money, and then they end up turning on each other and fail to do so. So it's got drama, it's got thriller, it's got some romance. I think we're gonna do about that. That looks about right. We will set this. Feels like a city plot to me. Like I said, I've never actually seen the movie, so I'm not positive. Our protagonist here, it's not really a protagonist where they're killing somebody. Um, I guess it could be a charismatic criminal. I guess we'll do charismatic criminal. Somewhat fits. We do not have an antagonist here, unless it's like, no. The supporting character. It would be nice if instead of having to have a protagonist, if you could have just an antagonist as like an anti-hero, a dark view there. So we need to have a sidekick here. We'll make the female the lead. The male will be the supporter. We're going to have I don't want to do love interest again. We've beaten that horse to death. But it just fits. Oh, here we go. We're going to do it. We've got adultery. Ooh, it's going to be a betrayal. Let's see, search for a killer. And we are going to go with the finale being, see, the protagonist needs to get punished. We've got to change this. Old friend turned enemy. There we go. The charismatic criminal will be a hopeless romantic. We can get rid of the love interest. No, there we go. Okay, we'll do that. And the finale is going to be the antagonist gets punished. Okay. Felix, see what you can do with this one. Not the best recreation of that film, but we'll see what we've got. Mrs. Miniver is doing quite well. Let's extend this run. Don't need to do it that much. This will free up a few for anything else that needs to extend a little bit. Okay, let's... Things are going well for us there, and we're on the mend. That's seems... Oh, yeah, that's right. We were only one screening. So it's doing okay, but it's gone 8 weeks. It's done. There's no room really for that one. But for the quality of film, not too shabby at all. Let's see what we have in here that we can start. Let's go back down to the bottom. Let's do the walnut tree. This will be one of those B movie ones that we can see what we can turn it into, with Clayton Simon directing. He likes to work on a soundstage. But we are not quite there yet for that. We don't have our level 4 soundstage. Of course, when we do get it, replacing these is going to be interesting. But we can just shoot everything on location until we do that. Jesus Perez. Vincent Rooks instead. I don't want to renegotiate that one at the moment. Action and historical. Anthony Campbell knows how to do action, so we'll give it to him. Our wayward soul. We got to go down here to our inexperienced Russell Spencer with his square enforcer. Oh, it's a female. Okay. The parent figure. We did older one if we can. We'll do Peter Harris. He's got that distinguished look about him. And the square enforcer, again, we're going to go down for our B movie. Let's let Wendy Carpenter do it. Oh, Wendy won't do it. You know what? Let's pay him. Peter, I'm sure $30,000 will make you look the other way. We're trying to turn Wendy into something special. Of course, we want to get her to 10 stars. Having her do acting is not going to be the way. We need to do other things to get her there instead, such as training her. So maybe after this next film, we'll put her back into training for the rest of the way. Straw Golem, not a good start. All right, the Universal Truth. This was ours that had all kinds of weird elements to it. So they don't go together. Historical and utopian futuristic cities. Historical and mysterious guide. Sci-fi and historical. Historical and wizard. Historical and robot. Yeah, we get to have this mashup of things. And we're going to go ahead and start the project so we can see how it does in theaters. We will put Clyde Mason on it. He also prefers a soundstage. Let's give him the tools that he needs to work. Look at this. All these. We got our farm girl in a utopian futuristic city with a wizard and adultery and profanity and rejection, and the protagonist avoids punishment. We got all kinds of weird stuff. Brian. Yeah, we'll renegotiate this one, I guess. Our director. Let's see. Calvin, you're a visionary. We need a visionary for this one. The farm girl. We're going to send some of our... We're going to try to elevate it. Let's make Gloria Reese get this. Actually, Marlene Quinn. The guide is going to be Gene Stein. Our wizard, Charlie Graham. The robot, who looks very robotic. Let's let Marvin Conti play that one. I'm interested to see what kind of disaster that turns out to be. We will keep Casablanca. We got a couple tricks going on that one. We're going to hope it hits big. Heat. Still doing really well for us. 10 million profit. Let's see what we can get. Let's kick in the 10,000 again. 10,000, 10,000. That sounds good. Oh, no more ads. Well, let's see what it can do. If it can make that into anything else and challenge the Philadelphia story. I don't think it's got another 4 million in it. I don't know how that one did that much. Hey, we helped the drunkard. So we've got yet another big boost. Era of Action has done fantastic at 8 million profit already, but it's not going to get any screens. It will when it comes back, though. Oh, that's so disappointing. Next week it's got one screen. Who are going to be the lucky people that get to go see it? A+, 4 stars for Casablanca. 4 stars again. I don't know what Harold Bell thinks. Fun Times gets a 3 stars. 5 stars from the Bone Grinder. We finally found something he enjoys. Clyde Mason was behind this one. Marvin Conti in it. Peter Harris. I hope this one hits big. Let's get Glitter in the Eyes going into production. 5-7. Look at that elevation. We have the sets and everything to elevate these works, and that's exciting. And then we have A Town with No Name. Decent film for us. Rita Gill's vehicle to stardom. All right, this one doesn't need to be a major post one, so we're going to let Emma... No, we're going to let Susie Holmes do this one. And Lewis Murphy. Okay, Mrs. Miniver. 7.8 million in profit. Well done. That's a good movie. Gross 10 million in overall. Okay, I want to take a look at who we have open. Maurice Fox. Let's let you get to work on one. And this is going to be one that, let's see. Okay, we're going to go with one that was sent in by you all, and it's going to be an action thriller. It's got American City, criminal mastermind, female sidekick, shootout. It's a Bonnie and Clyde type thing. So let's call this one Dynamic. Nope, I feel like we've done that. Dynamic duo. I don't think we've had a dynamic duo before. We've been talking about some dynamic duos with Russell Spencer trying to get in there. Okay, so we've got action, thriller, drama, and a little bit of romance. There we go, 30, 30, 30. Modern American City for this one. Now, we can't have a criminal mastermind, so we're going to go with the charismatic criminal versus the square enforcer. We've got a female sidekick. We're going to have a bank heist, a shootout, crime of necessity. I guess that was the bank heist. Prison break. Man, we got all kinds of stuff happening here. And a final showdown with the protagonist killed in the end. There we go. This one could be very, very good. You guys haven't led me wrong yet, so I've got high hopes for that one. Excited to see what it can do. A couple more scripts are ready to go. I'm excited to see what the Curse of the Cat people leads us to. That one I do want to see. All right, let's get the human comedy. This could be our starting to get an... Oh, it went down. Decent amount, too. That's a shame. But we did have Lorraine and Lee Woods on this one. All right. This will be our Halloween opening. 36,000. Now we want to have something else opening on Thanksgiving, if possible. So we're going to make that fourth week not be quite as full. All right, we need young women. We'll go with this one. We will throw a trick in this one since it's right before a holiday. Susie will do something for us. The orphanage visit. All those tricks cost us influence and such. That's why I don't really want to go too far at it. Jesse Leonard needs to be re-signed. This will be his last one for us. Bull nostrils. How did we do? 6 and 5-2. Another serviceable film. And it's another good training ground film. Emma and Lee. She's getting ever closer to 7. He's getting closer to 8. Both of those have been with us, and so I'm excited to see what they can accomplish. The Dunwich Horror is almost out of posts. Actually, we should have done that one for Halloween, but it'll be our Thanksgiving one instead. Perfect. The Chinese Ribbon. Interesting. Victorian England, spirited young lady, tyrant, fragmented narrative. Okay. He did pretty well with that one. And Heat had nothing in its last week. Wow, it just went. No one came to watch. That's all right. It did an amazing run. 11 million profit. Era of Action's doing great. And we have a new story element. Oh, it's a dark story element too. Not sure we're going to go that route. And we have a 9-star potential editor. You bet. We'll hire him. And then in about 3, 2, 1. Yep. Look at that. Increase the salary. Why doesn't he just come with that to begin with? And look at Casablanca. 10 million in profit through 3 weeks because we did 40,000 screens. 35, 30. We may not fill them up, but it brings in the money more. Era of Action is doing well still. Casablanca could be our new record holder for biggest profit. Curse of the Cat People, B7. Hey, that's not bad. 6.5. That's fun. Look at this. Let's get this thing going. I'm excited to see what we can turn this thing into. So Harvey can do this one. Likes to shoot on a soundstage. I don't think he's going to get to. Because these all deserve better. Curse of the Cat People. It's going to be a sleeper hit. Yep, Jesus will go ahead and sign you anyways. Directed by... We don't have any thriller people. Let's let Herman Watson do this one for his one movie there. The Farm Girl is going to be Carol Quinn. And the first victim, Stanley Fitzgerald. Our parent figure's got to be somebody older. Susie Duncan. No. Where's Sarah? Sarah Frid. Our strict parent. The male. Let's let Tom Alexander do that. We haven't been using Tom lately. Our evil monster will be the young 27-year-old superstar Harry Thomas in what should be his first film for us. Christopher Hill, nothing. Try it again. And while we wait, let's get Dunwich Horror. Out of post, 8.8, little bit of a dip. That's rather disappointing that it did not hold up. All right. It will be our Thanksgiving release. Love it. 39,000 we're going to put it in. We're committing our resources to it. It's going to be a smash hit. That's going to shock people as well. And they're going to be like, Thanksgiving, a nice wholesome. Yeah, see, it doesn't even appeal to anybody specifically. Here we go. Let's do this one. Let's do this combination. We're going to get some tricks out there on this one. Wendy won't do it. Come on, Wendy. You don't get many opportunities to do this. Gene won't do it either. Okay. We'll take the 2. And let's get to work on yet another script. This one from Wilson Hodges. This one is going to be Laura. And Laura was directed by Otto Preminger, starring Gene Tierney and Dana Andrews. It's a detective investigating the murder of an ad executive, shockingly named Laura. Someone else is actually killed. She reappears later on. The real murderer who was another columnist who was like a controlling columnist, is killed trying to murder her again by, I believe, the detective. So we've got a little detective here, some thriller and drama. Yeah, I think that's a good setting. It's got to be in a city. I want to say the other columnist was... No, that was... I'm getting my movies mixed up. So we will have a detective be the main one. The antagonist will be a murderer. The damsel is going to be there. She's the one who was possibly murdered. We will have a first victim, even though she wasn't technically murdered. Let's see. We have a betrayal. We got to have a search for a killer. Saving the beloved at the end. We got to have a final showdown. Or no, heroes in uniform. It's not really... Protecting the witness. We're not doing that. Yeah, I think we do the final showdown. With the finale being the antagonist is killed. Bam. Star-studded film right here. That's going to be amazing. Let's take a look at some script ideas. See if we can get a historical space with an outcast. What is... Some of these I just don't understand. Dystopian futuristic city comedy sheriff. Sure. Jesse, give it a shot. I feel sorry for him having to work on that. Cornelius Porter is well known for drama. And Casablanca is already up to 12 million. Let's keep this thing going. And we're going to keep it. So what's about air of action? Let's leave just a few just in case. We'll do 20,000 the rest of the way. We're going for record numbers with Casablanca. I think it could get it. And it is going at the same time Lusitania is going. Air of action. We're going to let it run for the remainder at that level. Because why not? We'll only advertise for a couple of those weeks. But now we get to see what Lusitania has in store. A+ again. But the Bone Grinder hates it. Why am I not surprised? 2 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. 3. And a 4-star from Roy Cox. Stanley's leveled up to 8 stars. Maurice is getting better and better. We're going to have a 9-star writer on our hands very soon. And we're also going to have a lot of rotten elements. So the key for factory, it's obvious already. You have to do a lot of films, so you're going to not do the high quality ones. You're not going to be doing lots of elements in each thing. You're going to do maybe 4 or 5 elements total. So that way you can churn them out without getting them to where they're not going to be fresh still. All right, we got to get some of this research done still. Jesse and Christopher have not... I mean, none of our guys are bringing in anything, which is very disappointing. A Town with No Name might be able to get there. Neither one of these are like, wow, Christmas for big openings, but we'll get something there. Even If There's a Storm Tomorrow did increase quite a bit. Doubled up its expectations. All right, which one do we do? We'll do A Town with No Name. That'll be our Christmas, New Year's one. And let's do that one right there. Now, it does not need as big of an opening because we don't have Christmas recognized in this game as its own opening weekend. But again, that could be because maybe it wasn't a big one back then. I don't know. But it sure is now, that holiday season. I feel like Christmas or New Year should be on there. No tricks on this one. Just let it run. And Casablanca is now our newest, highest grossing one. Air of Action came back, 232,000. Look at Casablanca, though, at 20,000 screenings, still bringing in over 1 million. It actually bumped up last week. Lusitania is doing well, too. What do we got? Charity. We can donate to charity. Department's general reputation will increase quite sure. We won't get any of these in time. This is where season 2, or act 2, is super exciting to maybe get some of those. Okay, so we can do charity. Let's go ahead and donate a little bit of charity. Let's do $1 million. Reputation. Look at that. They're so happy. We're such a nice, kind, charitable studio. Double Indemnity turned out pretty decent. Good job, Felix. Let's get you researching. Just find us anything, Felix. Find us anything. They want to add untamed sex to the code. We're going to vote against it because we want to have that freedom to make whatever we want. We're going to do 1,200 because that seems to be a little bit, and Evergreen has quite a bit. Was that extra 200 worth it? Oh no, they had a lot back there. Oh, wow. They've been saving up for that one. Huh. All right. The walnut tree, taking it from nothing to something. This is our factory right now in the running. Mysterious Lies. Wow. Well done. That's a good one. Shelve it for the moment. Want to make sure we have everything that we need going here. The Universal Truth. Whoa, what an elevation. We put some stars in this one and it paid off. And I'm imagining when it gets done shooting, it's going to be even better. Joe Klein. What is he currently making? Where are you, Joe? Joe Klein. Don't remember where he is. He's on one of these films that we're currently making. We got to make sure it gets out in time to see if we completed it. Operetta. Solid 7s. Solid 7s. Let's let and Jay. They kind of offset each other a little bit. I really want Emma to get better. She doesn't seem to improve very much, though. All right, Jane Fisher back in it. Casablanca is crushing it. Wow. Keep it at 20,000. Just keep it going. Keep the ads going. See if we can get up 20 million. Air of Action, after 12 weeks, we are going to end this one. It made 10 million in profit. There's not going to be a lot of room in the theaters for it. And Lusitania is also running wild. Does not have as much as far as this goes. So that's going to actually hurt it. Should have taken some out of Casablanca. to let Lusitania have more of a run instead. But live and learn. The Bone Grinder loves At the Speed of Light. Who's in this one? Jane Fisher, Manuel Vasquez. Sci-fi horror flick. Not the best of reviews, but this one's going to do well. And we love Jane. Jane's our lady. Okay. Is it the walnut tree that we put? Nope, that's Russell. Wasn't the universal, even if there's no tomorrow. Nope. Glitter in the eyes. Okay, this is the one we need. And when we click, there is nothing that lets us know how drama-y it is, unfortunately. So we're going to hope that it does its job. Glitter in the eyes is definitely one. It's 74 days away. Ooh, that one's going to need to pick up the pace. Is there anything we can do to pick up that pace? We're going to change it to 6 days a week. That dropped it quite a bit. How's Casablanca going to do? We're into October. Casablanca is up another 800,000. Lusitania up another 1,000,000. Could have been even bigger, probably. And At the Speed of Light, not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, Bull Nostrils. Emma's 6.7. We can put that one there. Let's actually free up a little bit more space in case something else needs to have a little bit of a run. Young men and boys. Not worth the tricks on this one. I want to go back to this factory. Yes, so this is keeping track, isn't it? So we're back down to 1. We had it up to 6. Now we're back down to 1 because this one now is up to... Oh, we can choose 5 story elements that will remain fresh forever. If only we could do that. I forgot about that. That would be so fantastic for love interest. That is so good that they added that. I'm really glad they did. I know there was discussion on some of the forums and stuff about doing something like that, and on even one of the videos you commented on, and I am so glad to see that. All right, the Straw Golem, 4.7 and 3.6. Thelma Fletcher gets a little bit better as a retired legend. This is a good one for some of our young post ones to get to work on, such as Harold Graham and Cornelius French. I'm excited for the war to be over and our men to return home. We haven't had any bad news so far for any of them, which is good. Glitter in the eyes. Let's up that to 12-hour days. Want to get it out there if we can. Casablanca's passed 20 million. And Lusitania, if we gave it 20,000, it would have done quite well also. It's still doing really well, but it could do even better. All right, let's start a new project. All fresh here. All fresh down here as well. So let's start with the Mysterious Lies one. Jack Stein, this is our amazing one. Let's go all on location since he prefers that anyways. Make it more authentic by doing that. We're going to put Paul Wagner, directed by... Oh, there we go. Fred Stevens. With our detective being Let's get Roger. We'll pay him. That's a lot for this movie, Raj. Our first victim is going to be... Who looks like they should be? The young Will Hill. The key witness is going to be Catherine Atkins. The mentor will be the wise Manuel Vasquez. With our serial killer being Susie Duncan. Wait, is Jane available? Jane is available. Jane's going to get this one. Susie's great too, but she's already had her moment with the Pollux wins. Oh, we can get Bernard working on something as well. Next one from Bernard is going to be Meet Me in St. Louis. This was by Vincente Minnelli. Judy Garland was in this one. It was a rom-com musical, but we don't have the access to musicals yet, unfortunately, but it'll be coming eventually. So this was where you had like this, where they're in St. Louis, so I guess we need to put them in a city. It was a flashback to the World's Fair in 1904, family before that fair. There's a lot of like, are they going to move? There's love interest going around. They end up staying and everybody's happy. Yay. So, spirited young lady. No antagonists. We're going to have a mentor. Can we just have a friend? Sidekick, female. We will have a parent figure, female. Actually, female mentor, male parent figure. Themes. We just want a joyous thing here. They're also dark sometimes. Forgot we have protagonist passes the torch. Let's have some slapstick, some highbrow humor, some unrequited love. Oh, I guess we have to have a love interest. No, I don't want to do a love interest. And we'll just do the finale is going to be everyone learns a lesson that it's about family and joy. All right. Things are looking good. The toy ship's almost done. Speaking of the toy ship, not too bad. That was Jesse Holt with his dystopian futuristic horror comedy detective romp. Fantastic. Let's go back to the ideas for him. World War II. A clumsy oaf in a modern European town doing an adventure. Jesse, get to work on it. You're doing a great job with some of these. And we will actually need to wrap this up here. Things are going well for us. I'm excited for the next one. It's the holiday season and the end of the year, as we will have the human comedy, then Dunwich Horror, A Town with No Name, all coming out at the end of the year. Get us set up for the Pollux. How High Will Casablanca Soar? And Lusitania as well. Still bringing in $1 million with 5,000 plus theaters being filled. Things are going well for us. At the Speed of Light is a little slower, but we have things. And what will we do with the assembly line and the factory? Can we actually get this Joe Klein film going? It is 26 days away, so it should be out into release in time. But we've got some more movies to make, folks. So as always, leave your feedback. I love it. I try to incorporate it. Like I said, I'm having a blast with this, and thank you. Most of that fun is from you all and you joining along in the comments and support you're giving me. It's awesome. Love it. As always, until the next episode, take care and have yourselves an awesome day.